What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA playoffs. Thursday, April 18th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay, who do we have at the point guard position? I like Spencer Dinwiddie from the Brooklyn Nets playing the Philadelphia 76ers, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they give up the 9th fewest fantasy points to opposing point guards. Spencer Dinwiddie has scored 25 and 24 fantasy points in the first 2 games of the playoffs, averaging 28.2 fantasy points per game on the season and an average of 28 minutes per game with a 25% usage rate. He had a 32% usage rate last game. Spencer Dinwiddie is $5,300 DraftKings salary. He's $400 less on FanDuel, so I love that FanDuel price. Projected at 29.4 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.5 times value. There's an implied total of 227.5 points in this game. That's a huge total. This is a home game, a fast-paced game. I love Spencer Dinwiddie here versus the Philadelphia 76ers. So our DFS tools for MLB baseball are now live and working. You can click on the MLB tab to change sports and check the tools out for baseball. They're really helpful. They're going to save you guys a ton of research time. Remember, we added projected ownership, and that will be updating throughout the day as injury news changes. We also added the fantasy points per minute stat here for each player, and we also added a stat that's new to the industry. We call it the hit percentage, and it's the percent chance this player has to hit value at his current DFS salary. And you can access all these new stats even on mobile devices by tapping the dash rank icon. Okay, who do we have at the shooting guard position? I like Klay Thompson from the Golden State Warriors playing the LA Clippers, who have the 5th worst defense overall and they're middle of the pack defending opposing shooting guards. Klay Thompson has scored 28 and 23 fantasy points in his first 2 games of the playoffs, averaging 34.1 fantasy points per game on the season and an average of 34 minutes per game with a 26% usage rate. You can see his usage rate took a dip, only 16% the first 2 games. That's why he had subpar performance, but now with Boogie Cousins out, that can all change. Klay Thompson is $5,900 DraftKings salary. He's $600 more on FanDuel, projected at 34.9 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.9 times value. There's an implied total of 235.5 points in this game. Another huge total. I like Klay's chances of getting hot. His usage is going to be there now without Boogie Cousins. Plenty of opportunities to score. So I love Klay Thompson here versus the LA Clippers. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the position optimizer where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new player trends tool where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, who do we have at the small forward position? I like Kevin Durant from the Golden State Warriors playing the LA Clippers, who have the 5th worst defense overall and they're middle of the pack defending opposing small forwards. Kevin Durant has scored 38 and 40 fantasy points in the first 2 games of the playoffs, averaging 46.2 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 35 minutes per game with a 29% usage rate. Kevin Durant is $8,400 DraftKings salary. He's $1,400 more on FanDuel, projected at 46.5 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.5 times value. We got that big total of 235.5 points in this game. No Boogie Cousins. Kevin Durant has been getting punked by Patrick Beverley. He must hear the chatter. He must know at this point that he got sucked into it. There's no Boogie Cousins. I'm expecting Kevin Durant to step up in a big way. So I love Kevin Durant here versus the LA Clippers. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, who do we have at the power forward position? I like Danilo Gallinari from the LA Clippers playing the Golden State Warriors, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they give up the 9th fewest fantasy points to opposing power forwards. Gallinari has scored 42 and 33 fantasy points in the first 2 games of the playoffs, averaging 34.1 fantasy points per game on the season and an average of 30 minutes per game with a 24% usage rate. He had a 27% usage rate last game, so that's encouraging. Gallinari is $6,900 DraftKings salary. He's $1,000 more on FanDuel, projected at 34.6 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5 times value. So Gallinari sticks out as one of the best players in this position, outside of Montrezl Harrell, who's still a great play today. And Draymond Green's okay, but he doesn't get as big of a bump as you may think without Boogie Cousins. So I love Danilo Gallinari here versus the Golden State Warriors. Okay, who do we have at the center position? I'm going to give you a value play here. He really bombed last game, so I think his ownership is going to be way down. I like Ed Davis from the Brooklyn Nets playing the Philadelphia 76ers, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they give up the 9th most fantasy points to opposing centers. Ed Davis only scored 3 fantasy points in 5 minutes last game, but he scored 37 fantasy points in 25 minutes the game before that, averaging 19.1 fantasy points per game on the season and an average of 18 minutes per game with a 13% usage rate. Ed Davis is $4,000 DraftKings salary. He's $300 less on FanDuel, so I love that FanDuel price. It makes him a possible low score drop option. Ed Davis is projected at 16.4 fantasy points here tonight. That's 4.1 times value. He's got 20 plus point upside. They're going to need him in this matchup. He got into foul trouble early. He only played 5 minutes, so throw that last game out. Just forget about it. But that's going to drive his ownership way down. So I love Ed Davis here versus the Philadelphia 76ers. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.